Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. I have here a model. This is Yunfan Models. Now they got very handy on the side. AliExpress.com Yunfan Model Store, if you can read that. Especially 1/18 scale, sexy German World War II sensual. Well, it says sensual sergeant. So you've got a blouse or shirt unbuttoned with a bra showing and got a cigarette. I've got 3 of these. So I've got this one, and they come with these gifts. Not sure what these gifts are. I've got this one and this one. I will review them all together. I'll do this one first. Hopefully I'll make it on camera for you guys. And then I'll pause and I'll do the other two so I won't waste your time. Hopefully it's not too difficult. If it's difficult, it can take a long time. I'll pause and do it and show you the finished article. These are meant to be 1/18 scale. 10 centimeters, so maybe a bit short, but they're women's, they should scale well. Hopefully if you're Marauder World War II or your higher World War II German soldiers, whatever, they can be background models. You have to paint them and they don't have articulation as far as I'm aware. Let's have a look and see what this is like. That looks like it can be quite easy. That looks pretty damn cool, to be fair. In fact, if I get, let's get a different figure. If I get, which figure should I take? I'll take an Acid Rain, the Seth range. I'll stick him in Seth videos. Her leg is a little bit shorter than his. You can't see that there, can you? So she's going to scale quite small in comparison. But let's build her and see. She feels like she's made from, yeah, it's plastic, not a resin. It's got like a little baton or something here. Here's the body, very nicely sculpted. There are parts you need to cut off, but that does look pretty cool. In fact, if I use Vendetta again, not too bad in scale, but let's get a maid. She's going to be a lot thinner though. See what she is like. I would just suggest getting some proper model clippers for this. Okay, so that it's going to be, actually comes with a head, which is a good scale. You could actually cast that head. I'd be tempted to make a cast of that head. Use it on other figures. Alright, she got a little casting spur. We can see it here. I need to chop off and to be careful because I don't want to. Okay. Don't want to cut into the actual sculpt. That part's nearly done. Okay, that's good. It's a little part on her trouser, which is the worrying part now, because this is the part where you're likely to go wrong. Okay, good. So let's look at her legs. Which one's which? So according to this, the bent one should be her right leg. The long parts here need to come off too. That is to be more problematic. Okay, I'm going to pause this and cut these bits off, get her made, and come back and show you what she's like. Otherwise, you guys may be a bit bored. Okay, so I'll be back in 0 time for you and a few minutes for me. Okay, so I've taken most of the parts out. This thing I thought was a baton is actually her cigarette. You can cut it down to size. She needs to be super glued together, as will the others, so I don't think I'll review the others now, so it'll take a long time, but I will do them probably after this, the next couple of days, and you can see what they're like. Okay, we can get an idea of scale because I can put some parts together, they'll fall apart. Stay on. And let's put her head here. Okay, so if I can keep her together long enough. Which way around to let go? There we go. If I take Vendetta because he's close to hand, scales pretty well. If I take the Acid Rain, again she scales pretty well because she's female. Very nice sculpt and cast, very precise. The gun and the hand are separate piece, and the arm a separate piece. Look how well she holds that. Finger by the trigger and everything. Exceptionally good. I'm glad they're plastic, not resin, because that would snap so easily. Very, very nice. There are no instructions, but you do have the picture to look at. And it does show you the front and the back. So she should have somewhere underneath her gun arm, which would be this side, will be the pistol will attach on somehow, maybe like that, if you can see. Yep. And then she will have these pouches attaching one behind the pistol and one the other side of this part here. I am going to glue it together because I can, and you know what, I will show you guys, because otherwise you'll be wondering what she's going to look like. So I'll be back in a moment after I've glued her. Okay, so I've glued her. I haven't glued the gun on. It does hold very, very nicely in the hand. Obviously the hat's not on, or the pouches, or the gun. She won't stand up because she's not made to stand up. That's why you've got the little base here, which I could attach her to. But now we can get a better idea of scale. She'll scale well with German soldiers. She looks a tad small. She's more true to 118 than 4-inch stuff, but she will scale very well. Looks very good. Very, very detailed. I like this a lot. Very, very nice. You're going to have to fill in some of the lines where she attaches. But very good job by this UFan Works. And that'd be quite nice to paint, though having said that, actually makes a difference to gluing the stuff in. Some parts will be hard to paint, like under her arm there, but she will look pretty damn cool. So if I was to put her hat on there, she'll look very, very good as a background figure. Obviously no articulation. Now you could cast that in resin and add that right leg would be too difficult for the hip, but you could add articulation to the elbows, the neck, the left leg. Right leg would be far more difficult. Actually no, you have to just cut off the hips and add some hips from like a Fortnite figure, which you could copy again, or just cut and paste from a Fortnite figure, and that would work quite nicely. You get a nice articulated female German sensual sergeant, as they call her. Okay, so I'll let you have a better look here, and then I'm going to make the other two and show you as well. Oh, hat's dropped off. Okay, I'll leave it to the side here. I'm going to pause, make the other two, then come back so you can see. I have not put a cigarette in yet, and you can see what the three look like. Okay, so back in a second for you and an hour for me, or whatever. Okay, I'm back. So I've started doing number 2. I've glued the body on. Open top shirt again, looks pretty cool. I haven't glued the feet because then she won't stand up. I've done the arm here to hold underneath her gun, and I started on her gun as well. There is an issue with the second arm. If you can see here, the hole you can see has been filled up with plastic, and that's going to be the devil's own job to cut that out. So that's going to be really hard to do with the tools I've got here. Now, she comes with 2 faces. Left face is for without gas mask. Right face, there are straps either side of the head for gas mask. Now, I'm not going to glue that on because I need to paint it. Then I can stick the little gas mask, which you can't see, the little gas mask section on after. and she also has a little tube part, the filter part at the bottom too. Very well thought out, nicely done. And here you can see, very thin, those are bullets across the top, which I'd have to cut off very carefully to go into her gun. There's not much more I can do with this. I'm going to give it a go on cutting out the part in the arm, and maybe just a case I'll have to cut off the little notch and just glue it out, because that'd be very hard to hollow out. And then I'll do that and start on the third and show the third one, so you get an idea what that's like as well. And again, you can see how this one scales already. No shoes on it. It feels a lot smaller, which is a bit of an issue. A lot smaller. I was hoping she'd be, you know, similar size, but she's a lot thinner too. Not quite 118, though they did advertise it as such. Okay, a bit more work on that, and I'll start on the next one and I'll show you where I'm up to, okay? Okay, I'm back at the third, and this is the best one for scale. It's really close to 118. It's also the most adult, and she's pulling her coat open and see the top of her nipple on her left breast here. I've glued the body. I haven't glued the arm. The arm's a tight fit, or the head. The one problem with this gun came, and the gun, you see the barrel is missing. It broke off, and it wasn't even in the bag or in the protective foam. But that's not a difficult fix. You can do on yourself. This hand is supposed to be pulling open her coat, so you can see that she's exposing herself for the good of Mother Germany, I guess, for the war effort. But she is a good skill. She will stand up. You can see, compared to the first one, she is bigger, and you can see that the second one is tiny and different scale. If I compare it to the acid, and I use Rust Lord, compared to Rust Lord from Fortnite now, and you see that she scales very, very well. Worth picking up for dios, this one. I am tempted to order the other three. Two are German soldiers. One is high-tech advanced. In fact, you look on the box on the other side, you see there's a lot of guys and girls and even like a vehicle. So I might be worth picking up some of these in the future. But again, they're not articulated. Now, one thing to worth note, she comes with two heads. This head of a hat and this other head, which is absolutely stunning. I have to make casts of this so I can drill it out and make it for 118. This actually stunning head here, really beautiful, though she doesn't look like she's German. Very nice and perfect scale. If I take this wild card, Fortnite, the heart, you can see her head, perfect scale for 118. So that's really, really good. Nice to have another female head option, particularly one that's really quite attractive that they've done here. Very, very good. And she comes with this hat as well, and also some other bits to stick on around her. Very, very nice. I would recommend this one the most, though the gun will probably be broken in yours too, but just find something to glue on the end. And again, I've not glued the arms on this, and also you have to fill out some of the cracks with some filler. But very nice models indeed. So there was this one, which is the last one I looked at. Let's put her over here. Number 2 won't stand up, and maybe I can lean her again. Who's tiny, and then we have number 1 over here. And I need to find something to balance her against using my little safe from my Epoch capsule toys. I'll put that in suggested videos for you. Oh! Can she balance on that? Okay, so 1. 2 and 3. This one's the winner. I will probably get the other 2, and I just hope they scale 118 as well. If not, they still make pretty cool models, and you can do this in dios in the background as well. Okay, this is Awesome Match Toys signing out, saying please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back to more Awesome Match Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, stay safe. Bye bye.